Konnichiwa, bitches! Catpool here with your Survivor Series review from WWE. It was November 19th, and it was in Houston, Texas. And let's see, the show opened up. Well, prior to the show opening up, we had the pre-show. We had the panel of Renee Young, The King, Sam Robertson, and then HBK. And HBK, I don't know what's going on with him, but it sounded like he had marbles in his mouth and had a hard time talking. And Renee Young looked really good with her hair slicked back like that. I got to say that. But all right, so the pre-show kickoff started actually at 5 p.m. and then about 5:30 we had Elias out there, which was about a half pop for him and a half pop for Matt Hardy, who came out. It was what would Elias do when he cuts a promo against Houston, and Matt Hardy comes out and they end up having a match. We get some delete chants, good control from Matt at the start. Elias takes control after and starts working his shoulder. Matt hits a side effect on the ring apron. We get delete corner turnbuckle hits. Bulldog into a side effect. And then Matt gets corner posted and then Elias hits the drift away for the win. So quick and fast. We get a Miz interview after that, which was they showed the heated Twitter post between him and Baron Corbin, blah blah blah. And then we get a Q&A with the Miz, and of course he shines like his obnoxious self as he does with most interviews, and that's part of his best work, is his promo work. We get a 205 match live next with Kalisto versus Enzo Amore for the 205 Cruiserweight Championship. Kalisto botches his entrance, and he's bouncing on the top rope hilariously. We get to get the same match that we've seen between these two guys for like 4 times now. Sleeping, put me to sleep. Only thing that I saw was that Enzo actually did a bunch of wrestling in the match. Enzo pulls Kalisto's face into exposed turnbuckle and gets the win with the eat defeat or whatever the hell he's calling it now. I remember Gail Kim was doing that same finishing maneuver. 6:30 we get a KO and Sami Zayn versus the Fashion Police match. They cut an awesome heel promo, both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Breezango comes out and they cut some good stuff back to him. Fashion Police run control in the beginning, and then Owens and Sami take over and brutalize them. Owen owns people verbally during the match, and that's one of my favorite things about Kevin Owens is that when he's wrestling, he's talking, and he's so good at it. It just makes his matches so much more fun to watch. And then, of course, Sami starts vocalizing with him now that they're together, and it makes it even better. We get a hot tag at the end of Fandango. He works the ring, then misses the last dance from the top rope. Sami tags in from Owens and hits the pump-up powerbomb. Owens tags in from Sami, sorry about that, and then he hits the pump-up powerbomb for the win. And so Owens and KO move up. AJ Styles interview with a good promo. At the end, of course, they showed Ginger standing there smiling like an a-hole. And so I don't know, it played on a hint that he might interfere, which I was thinking that he might later on when they did that. The show opens with The Shield versus The New Day. Great match. They open up with a promo with The New Day. And then, Ambrose and Kofi started off. A good back and forth. Seth and Xavier head-to-head. Big E and Roman head-to-head. Like I said before, good back and forth between both teams. High action as the match goes further on. Some of the big moves in the match were like the double midnight hour by the New Day. And then the Shield land a power bomb from the second rope. The Shield bomb there from the second rope on Kofi for the win. And so winners are the Shield. We get an interview with Steph, and she looks like she gained a bunch of weight, and she looked horrible in that red dress. Trying to give the women teams a pep talk out back. Like anybody wouldn't believe that she would actually want to do a pep talk for anybody because she's such a bitch. So we get into the 5-on-5 women's match. SmackDown comes out first with Becky Lynch, Carmella, Natalya Neidhart, Tamina with Lana, and Naomi. Naomi does her dances as she comes in, and Corey says to Byron, Naomi dances so you don't have to. Saxton, knock it off. That's funny. Corey is so great on those spots when he needs to nail them. on his heel commentator towards Saxon or Booker T. So we get a big pop for Raw comes out. We get Alicia Fox, Bayley, Sasha Banks, Nia Jax, Asuka. Big pop for Asuka, of course. Team captain started off. We get a good back and forth between them. Let's see. Becky misses the leg drop from the top rope, goes for the disarmer. Bayley hits a silent tag and gets a roll up on Becky while attacking Fox. Becky is eliminated. We get Natalya in versus Bayley. Tamina gets tagged and gets a superfly to Bayley. Bayley's eliminated. Nia versus Tamina. Big pop, blow for blow between them two. Tamina hits 3 super kicks, one more to the outside, and Nia Jax gets counted out, eliminated. Fox is back in. Naomi rolls for Fox. Kick out. Big botch right there for a 3 count on Fox, and the ref was just like, just get out of the ring. Basically, you can see what he was saying. Just get out of the ring. You guys messed it up. And then by Naomi. And Sasha, of course, quickly hits the bank statement on Naomi for the tap out. And then Carmella comes in, and it's the Boss versus Carmella. She tags in Asuka. Asuka starts brutalizing her. Kicks out. Hair pull by Carmella. Carmella slaps Asuka. Bad move. Pisses her off. Gives Anita Carmella's face a round kick to knock her out. Boss tags in versus Natalya. Good back and forth. Double knees to bank statement. Tamina breaks the hold. Natty gets the sharpshooter on Boss. Tamina runs across. Hits Asuka. Natalya gets Boss to tap. Asuka alone versus Natalya and Tamina. So that's what we did, 1-on-2 at the end. They double team Asuka. Tamina goes superfly, misses. Asuka hits a jumping, rolling armbar on Tamina to make her tap out. That was kind of a neat move. I've seen it before done in other martial arts stuff. Natalya instantly attacks and tries for the sharpshooter. Asuka turns it into a leg bar. She releases. Asuka gets the Asuka lock for the win. So winner is Team Raw for the women. We get a Steph and Daniel Bryan word off interview thing, kind of interview, but a break thing. It's kind of stupid. And then next match is U.S. champs versus Intercontinental champ Baron Corbin versus The Miz. Same match we've seen between these guys before, and same match we've seen The Miz do. Same match we've seen Corbin do. All the same stuff we've seen week after week between both these guys. And the only thing I saw was that Baron Corbin did catches Miz and hits the end of days for the win when he was doing his Daniel Bryan kicks. So that was it. And then we get a stupid interview afterwards, which I hate those. Those bother me so much. Just stop doing post-match interviews. Corbin goes, my hand went up, your mouth went closed. It's supposed to be shut, or whatever. Renee looks awesome with her hair slicked back. I'll say that once again. That's the only good thing about that interview. We get a Heyman interview, Paul Heyman interview out back. Cuts a really good promo. And then we get into the next match, which is a tag team champs versus tag team champs. The Bar, Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Usos. The Usos cut a good heel promo as they make their way to the ring. So it's heel versus heel in this match. They had a good back and forth. Both teams, so many of the heel tag team moves and cheap shots done by both teams. It was like cheap shot galore here and there. The big moves with White Noise with Cesaro jumping from the second rope. That looked pretty brutal. The Bar go for something. The Usos turn it into a giant. Oh yeah, they're gonna go for White Noise or something like that. And the Usos turn it into a giant Samoan drop off the top rope, which was kind of cool. 2-count super kick party by the Usos to Sheamus. Double splash and dive out by the Usos at the same exact time for the win. So the Usos won, and that brings SmackDown up a match. We get a Jason Jordan interview, which was he is so bad. They should stop letting him talk. I hope Triple H gets eliminated and then Raw goes on to victory. Horrible. Then they show some Travis Scott guy in the crowd. I don't know who he is, some hip-hop guy. I was like, who? Who are you? I don't know. Anyways, we get the women's champ versus women's champ, Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss. They show the foreign announcers at this point going through from each country. And once again, Corey gets in there really good. And Saxon says, "You guys get all that?" And Corey goes, "Yeah." They all said, "Shut up, Saxon." I love it. He is so good. Bliss playing coward heel like she usually does until she gets the upper hand. Hurts Charlotte's ribs. I don't know where I missed that part because my stupid stream froze for a minute. Again, see, we get a sunset bomb by Bliss. Bliss has a guillotine on Charlotte. Charlotte stands and hits a sit-down power bomb. She hits natural selection for a 2 count. She misses on the moonsault. And we get a 2 count on Charlotte. Bliss hits a DDT with the foot on the rope. Spear by Charlotte, 8 count. Bliss goes for Twisted Bliss, knees up. And Charlotte hits the big boot, hits the figure 8 for the win by Charlotte Flair. So it's tied 2-2. Next up, we got the champ versus champ, AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar. And the crowd was loud as shit for this match. Brock is exactly how it went. It was supposed to go. Brock brutalizes the crap out of AJ at the beginning of the match. Once AJ starts getting momentum, he starts chopping Brock down. He hits a Paley kick to the back of the neck, which looked pretty cool. Once again, my stupid stream froze on me again, so I missed a little part of the match. Came back in during the calf crusher on Brock, and Brock counters by slamming AJ's head multiple times in the mat. That looked pretty brutal. Brock goes for the F5, and AJ hits phenomenal forearm for a 2 count. AJ goes for another phenomenal forearm, and Brock catches him midair on his shoulders as he bounces off the ropes and hits F5 for the win. So, from what I saw, this was a great match, and I think AJ really pulled more out of Brock than we've seen in a long time, even though like we haven't seen much because, what was he, wrestled like 3 or 4 times a year? You know, ridiculous. He needed to start wrestling more or drop the belt. It's one of those 2 things. So, next up, so that brings up Raw 3 to, that tied it up. Yeah. Tied it up 3-3. Yeah, sorry about that. I lost count for a second. The final match, the main event, was the 5-on-5 men's match. Raw team, Kurt Angle, Braun Strowman, Triple H, Finn Balor, and Samoa Joe versus the SmackDown team, Shane McMahon, John Cena, Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, and Shinsuke Nakamura. We get standoffs. Right off the beginning, Strowman throws Shane across the ring, which was kind of funny. Starts with Orton and Joe. Balor tags in. Crowd wants Shinsuke. Orton tags him in. And so we get NXT chants for Shinsuke Nakamura and Finn Balor. And big pop on that right there. Let's see. So, let's see where we go. Shinsuke does a head rub on Finn, and Finn does a too sweet Shinsuke's forehead, kind of like insulting each other. They go blow for blow. Triple H tags in. We get a whiplash face buster by Trips to Rude. Rude tags in. You see, we get Strowman eliminating Shinsuke and Rude. Cena and Randy suplex Braun through announcer table. Cena and Joe get it on in the ring. Joe hits a Uranagi on Cena. Cena hits 2 AAs on Joe and 1 on Finn. Joe gets eliminated. Angle eliminates Cena. Finn tags in, double kicks Shane into the barrier, which was brutal. Gets back in, goes for the coup de grace, misses. Orton hits RKO on him and eliminates Finn Balor. Triple H in versus Orton. Triple H working him, looks good in the ring, actually. He looked pretty good in the ring for being how old he is. Shane's back in the ring. Orton goes for tag. Sammy and KO sneak in and beat up Shane on the outside of the ring because of what's been going on with them over on SmackDown. They throw him over the announcer's desk, and then Shane chairs the crap out of them and runs them off. So we get Strowman back, tags in off Kurt's head. Orton has no clue. Strowman eliminates Orton. Shane all alone now versus Strowman, Angle. Shane's all alone now versus Strowman, Angle, and Triple H. Let's see. So Shane and Angle get a great reaction. Angle gets an ankle lock on Shane. Triple H is looking over there, and then you see him rub his head like something's wrong, and he doesn't like seeing his stepbrother or whatever getting messed up by Kurt Angle and goes in and pedigrees Kurt Angle, and then pretends like he's on Shane's side to help him out, And then so once that's done, Triple H goes to help Shane up and then pedigrees Shane and gets the win. Strowman standing there all confused, and then Triple H raises Strowman's hands like, yeah, we won, and Strowman's like, what the hell? And Triple H is living it up. Strowman grabs him by the throat and screams, if you ever take this away from me again, you will pay. And then he turns his back, and Triple H goes to attack him. Strowman catches him as he's trying to sneak attack him, and then power slams him onto the mat, and that ends the match. And so it ends with Strowman standing tall, and we'll see what happens in the future here. Maybe I hope they don't do a Strowman versus Triple H thing, but I hope they do a Angle versus Triple H feud maybe down the road here. We're going to see probably something also with Triple H and Shane since he pedigreed him. So who knows? We'll find out what happens in the future. Hopefully they'll leave Stephanie out of it because I can't stand her. She's horrible. She just does not work for TV anymore. She doesn't get her comeuppance, Anyway, so for this pay-per-view, I actually liked it. I'm going to give it 4 tacos because I had a fun time watching this match. Last night, too, on the night before, they had the TakeOver pay-per-view for NXT. And I'll tell you what, that if you get a chance, please watch that because that was a great pay-per-view also. The Aleister Black match and then the War Games match was really awesome. So please check that out if you get a chance. So before I go, let's do a quick shout-out for my favorite podcast, Wrestling Soup. Anthony Missionary Thomas and Joey Numbers. Please check them out. They're on Thursday nights at 9:30. They do a couple other shows too, but you can find out from their website, WrestlingSoup.com. Solid Monster Sounds Off. You can see him at SolidMonsterSoundsOff.com. Sundays, he usually lands his shows. He also does both of them do the pay-per-views recaps also. Wrestling Regret on YouTube. WNC Show, Wrestling National Committee with Johnny Florida, Dave, Old Man Jenkins. Those guys are great. You can catch them usually on Wednesday nights at 8. They have other shows as well. Find that out at either their Facebook page, WNCShow.com, or their Facebook page, yeah. So other than that, I will see you guys next time. I tried to keep this one as short as possible. It's under 20 minutes this time. I'm getting shorter each time. So love you guys. Thanks for checking in, and I will see you next time. Bye!